of events, right?
There you go. That's right.
Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Motivational Mondays with myself, Eric F. King, and my friends. And we are so excited to be here with you once again on a Monday. Today we have Leah Garcia, we have Zan Anaguru, and Eni Asong from all over the world to share their nuggets with you. All right, so if you are listening to us right now, definitely put in the chat where you're zooming in from today and share this with at least 3 people, like right now, right? Just share it with 3 people as we get started, all right? So today we are talking about how to use social media to grow your business. Now, I must admit, I wasn't one of those early adopters. I wasn't one of those people that said, okay, I'm just going to jump on like everybody else and build my business online. It took me a long time to get online, a long time. Like I think I got online 5 years ago after the whole world was online. But guess what? In 5 years, it changed my life. It changed my life totally. Like my children's children will thank me for getting online. They will, right? Even when I'm not around, they're like, yeah, thank you, Papa. for getting online, right? So today we are so excited. We're so excited to share this information with you. It's gonna change your business and it will change your life if you wanted to. All right. So let's get started. Oh yeah. So keep putting your comments in there. I'm gonna shout everybody out soon. But first, I want to go out to our first speaker, who is in California, where it is 4:02 in the morning. That's right, folks. She woke up at probably 2:30 or something just to be here with you. And she doesn't have to do this because she is a highly successful entrepreneur. She could be sleeping in right now, but she came here for you, right? So she is our financial strategist. So all things money, if you want to make money, if you want to invest money, all things money, that's the person you need to talk to, Leah Garcia. All right. You want to pick up her ebook as well. And aside from that, she is also a black belt in martial arts, a 3rd degree, which means she is highly disciplined and highly dangerous. So don't mess with her. But anybody that can do that, you have to have respect for, right? You know that they're going to come with some great information. So without further ado, let's go to California to bring on Miss Leah Garcia. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric F. King of Collaboration. Well, happy Money Monday, champions. My name is Leah Garcia, financial strategist and insurance professional. And it's really my crusade to help you properly protect, distribute, and transfer your wealth so you can build that legacy and create your family dynasty. I absolutely love this topic, how to use social media to build your business, to build your brand, and really help you go from zero to hero and make this the best year of your life. You know, this is so pivotal. So many people in my industry are not using social media. Most of my colleagues are not on social media. And I just think, what are you thinking? This is really the time when we have to compound, and social media is absolutely going to help us do that. So I'm going to give you 3 golden nuggets on how to use your social media to build your business. Listen, number 1, the comments are in the comments. And what I mean by that is, find the top 5 or 10 influencers in your industry and go in their comments. Start to make your comments. Look at all the things that are being said. Add your wisdom, add your additions, add some funny advice. Put your little golden nuggets in the comments, and you will start to develop a following just by you being in their comments. It's like you're tagging on to their stuff. People are going to automatically see who are you. If you say something that is more than just a like or that's awesome, I want you to be creative. I want you to be you in the comments. Listen, it is really the comments that are going to pay the bills. That's where all the gold is. It's not just in that post. Number 2, build your unique and punny campaigns. Listen, I talk about money. You hear me talk about, yes, it's Motivation Monday, but to me, it's Money Monday, right? So set up your campaigns in advance. Maybe it's Life Insurance Awareness Month, like it will be in September. Maybe you have a certain campaign that you do for yourself, right? Build that campaign, and that starts to build your brand. And what will happen is you'll start to have more fun. If it is not fun, you're doing it wrong. And listen, I talk about Money Monday. I talk about Worldwide Wealthy Wednesday. I talk about Financial Literacy Friday. What are you talking about? Are people picking up what you're putting down? Are they smelling what you're cooking? Are you just like, there's nothing there? There's no spice. There's no spice, no zest. Come on now. Add your zest. The campaigns without comments, a campaign without really comments is really flat. You're not going anywhere, like a flat tire. Number 3, listen, build your business in the nooks and crannies of social media. Build your business in the nooks and crannies of social media. Everybody knows about TikTok and LinkedIn and YouTube, but what about the other things? What about Nextdoor? What about WhatsApp? What about Google reviews? Yes. What about Google reviews? Are you liking and commenting on other businesses? You may not know this, but I have over 600 views on my Google reviews. I go to businesses and I shout them out. I tell them what they're doing great. I give them those kudos and compliments so that people see me in other spaces and places. If they're just seeing you all the time on the highlight reel, that's static. We got to be vibrant. We got to add that zest of who we are. The fortune is in those forgotten corners. And I'm going to give you a bonus. You have to add AI. AI is a secret sauce to social media. And I don't mean that you ask AI what to say. Listen, AI is going to be you. Okay, no matter how much it gets to know you, it's not going to be you and your personality. But you can ask it questions like, where do my people hang out? It really helped me to design my unique proposition. Bounce things off it. If you really start to ask AI questions, you're going to get really incredible answers. And there are so many additional tools that can help you. It can help you post on multiple platforms. It can help you create really cool little videos that you already created and enhance them. Listen, these days we have to use social media. Like it or not, we are a brand. People are going to look at you and they're going to look behind just the highlight reel. They're going to look behind that name on the front. They want to know who's behind that. Because if you don't have a presence, you have no personality, people can't relate to you. They cannot relate to you. And Jeff Bezos says it this way. Your brand is what people say when you're not in the room. What are they saying about you? Are they remembering you? Do they know it's Money Monday today? And with that, I'm excited to learn from the rest of my esteemed colleagues. And I hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Thank you so much. That was incredible. As always, I wrote notes. Are you smelling what I'm cooking? I'm using that today. Yes, if you're going to be on any of my calls today, you will hear me say that. I love it. I always learn something from Miss Leah. Appreciate you. Great way to start off the day. All right. It's going to get better and better from here. And we are now going to go all the way to Nigeria and West Africa to hear from our next speaker. Now, let me tell you something. Talking about social media, this guy has a lot of people following him. A lot of people following him, right? Like if he like people want to know what he eats, what he drinks, how he sleeps, everything. So yeah, we're gonna learn a little bit from him. All right, he's a guy that I heard about a couple years ago, and I went to find him. I needed him on my call, right? And I hired him to help me in my business. And what he does, he's going to share with you. But his name is Mr. Positive Energy. That's what we call him. So you can imagine what he talks about, right? The information he shares with you can literally change your business and change your life. So without further ado, Zion Anaguru, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Eric. You know, whenever you tend to introduce us like that in the grand style, you know, it just makes us so elevated to share more. Like, whoa, I think I'm ready for this because you have set the pace already. Thank you so much for this. And Leah, that was so spot on. And Mr. Eni, it's always a privilege to be on stage with you. And everyone in the comment section, please keep dropping the comments. Let us know that you are here and tell us where you are joining us from, because I know that Mr. Eric is going to shout you out. Now, today's topic is a very interesting one, because it's something that resonates with each and every one of us. And I love it when he says using social media. When he says social media, it is social media. You know, for most people, you are online, but you hear people say, I don't interact. I just come to observe. I just come to see. I just come to read. You are not participating. You are just a spectator. No, that's not it. It is called social media. It is social. I mean, there has to be interaction. There has to be communication. There has to be connection. There has to be a conversation involved. And that's how you can be able to utilize it to grow your business. Why? Because you have to be a participant and not a spectator. For most people, they have been online for years, but they are online doing nothing, just being spectators. They are not active. They are not commenting like Leah said. They are not participating. They are not having a conversation with people. So one way that you can be able to utilize social media is to be the social in the media. You have to be the social person in the media, because it is very, very important. So I'm going to share with you 4 points that on how you can use social media to grow your business.
All right.
The first point is be it that aligns with you. Oh, yes, I'll go again. If you didn't get that, I think there was a little glitch there. If you really want to be able to utilize social media, you should be able to choose the platform that works best for you. What social media platform works best for you? This is something that most people do not really realize. For some persons, it can be LinkedIn, it can be Facebook, it can be YouTube, it can be anyone. But you must be able to know which of the social media has your target audience, because this is very, very important. If you can be able to choose the platform that best suits you, that you can find your target audience more, then you can be able to utilize it fully. If for some persons, it can just be on TikTok. But one thing that you must be able to define the platform that suits you, that suits your business, that suits what you want, that have the target audience. For me personally, and I'm sure for most of us here on stage, we use LinkedIn more. Why? Because the people that we are looking for are here on the space, are here on the LinkedIn platform. So we make use of LinkedIn. So if you want to really make use of social media to grow your business, you must be able to define the platform that works best for you. And secondly, this is very, very important. As you have identified the platform that works best for you, make sure you are intentional about building relationship on this platform. Because it is people that use social media. It is not machine. And humans are social beings, are interactive beings. And I tell you, a simple conversation can spark so much collaboration. A simple conversation can spark partnership. And that's why there is need for us to build relationship. And I love it when Leah mentioned about the commenting, the participating, the getting involved. And how can you get involved? How can you start building relationship? By attending webinars like this, attending event like this. You know, you are attending for some places, they have been live, they come live in here, they don't drop a comment. Nobody knows them. Nobody knows that you are here. For the fact that you are here, drop a comment, and after the show or after the event, the people drop, I saw you at Eric's Morning Motivation with Eric's and friend, and I wanted to have a conversation with you. And I tell you, everyone you see here, the relationship we built has been born out of a simple conversation, has been born out of relationship. And in building relationship, I tell you, business idea comes, collaboration comes. You can work together with people. And in building relationship, that's where trust is being built. I cannot trust you with my business if we don't have a conversation. if I don't know anything about you? So in building relationship through social media, you get to know people. You get to know about their ideas, you get to know about their vision, you get to know about their business, and then you can know how to work together, you can know how to collaborate. My third point, go live. Go live. Just like the way we are going live right now, go live. Let people see your face. When people can see you, they can trust you. The more they see you, the more they trust you. The more they know you, the more they want to work with you. And as you go live, you can be able to reach out to a whole lot of people at a go. For most of us, I know we are shy, we don't like the camera, we don't want to be at the forefront. But when you go live, it's a game changer. Going live became a game changer for me. Thanks to going live with Eddie, with Mr. Eric, Leah, and a few other person. We go live. We share value. You are not just going live for the sake of it or to show that you are beautiful, to show that you are eloquent in speech. No, you are going live to share value. Whenever you go live, someone's life is impacted. You create a space where value is being dished out to people, and people want to be around you. And let me tell you, when people know you to be a person that has value, people want to associate with you. People want to collaborate with you. People want to be there with you. So go live on your platform. It can just be for 20 minutes, it can be for 10 minutes, just go live. And lastly, I will end with this. When it comes to social media, like I said before, it is about people. Build a community or be part of a community. This is very, very important. A community of people who are there to support you. So as you are supporting people, people are there to support you. Because as you give out, people are giving in as well. So build a community or be part of a community of like-minded people, a community of people who are intentional about business, who are intentional about growth, who are intentional about getting better. And when you are there in the community, you can see people who can support you as much as you tend to support people. And lastly, I will end with this. Even as you go through social media, there are a lot of things happening. As much as there are negativity, there are also positivity. So I encourage you, focus on the positivity of social media. I know many people have so many reservations about not using social media, but for me, I choose to focus on the advantage. I choose to focus on the blessing. I choose to focus on the good things that I can benefit from social media. So I encourage you, focus on how much you can leverage it for your good and for your advantage. And I tell you, you can be able to use social media to grow your business from point zero to whatever points that you want it to be. With that, I end it and I pass the mic back to you, Mr. Eric. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. Wow. Another TED Talk early in the morning. We appreciate that. Zion all the way from Nigeria. All right. So we're going to keep it moving. But before that, let me just shout out some of these people here. We have wonderful people all over the world. Vern, welcome. Carlene, good to see you. Welcome. Carlene from Connecticut. We have Coral. Coral from England is here. Today's a bank holiday, but she's still here. So bank holiday over there just means holiday. That's what we call it in the United States. Holiday. Federal holiday. Okay. So bank holiday, federal holiday. All right. So appreciate you. All right. We have Alice. Alice, I believe that's how to pronounce your name. Welcome. Elizabeth, good to see you. Sharon, welcome. Welcome. I love the emoji, Sharon. Keep them coming. Come, good to see you. Welcome. Let's see. Eric Doby is here from Hartford. All right, welcome. Okara is here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see who else. Comfort. Chenuchem Comfort. Comfort. I know that. I know how to pronounce that for sure. Comfort. Welcome. Good to see you. Appreciate you. All right. All right. Taha, welcome. We don't promote here, Taha, so no putting in your links and all that stuff here. Okay, we don't promote. Ardelia, welcome. Sharon, good to see you. Roxana, good to see you. David Jones is in the house. Welcome. All right. We have so many people from all over the world. Keep on coming, folks. And it's not too late. Share this with 3 people. Say, hey, you need to jump on this call. All right. So you see, it's how you see, it's what you say and how you say it. You don't say, are you interested? No. You need to jump on this call. They're like, oh, I need to jump on the call. I'll find out after I jump on it. Right? Yeah, be a blessing to somebody. Be a blessing to somebody today. All right, so let's keep going. to our next speaker. So now we're flying from all the way from Nigeria. We're flying all the way to Europe, where it is a bank holiday, but he's here. All right. It's a federal holiday, but he's here. All right. Now, speaking of social media, this is the guy that introduced me to LinkedIn as a way to build my business. That's right, folks. I used to think LinkedIn was just to get, if you want to get a job, you put your resume on there. And then someone said, no, Eric, you can build a big business on LinkedIn. I said, well, how do you do that? He said, I'm going to introduce you to somebody. And that somebody was Eni. Okay. And he showed me how to build a business here. I think I have like 12,000 followers, but that's actually not the biggest deal, the 12,000 followers. Out of those 12,000, I personally know over 2,000. 2,000 to 3,000 I personally know now, including all the people here on this Zoom, right? So it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the fame expert, the guy that makes you famous. Eni Osong, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric. Welcome, everyone. Happy Monday. So it's Zion and Queen Leah. You're still in my notes clearly. I can see. Where are you, right? But you shared great gems. So let me try and add something to that for sure. My friends, social media is changed, right? It has changed. It's in the days are long gone when we were told post, they will see your post and they will rush to buy whatever you sell. Those days are long gone, right? Social media now, it's actually probably even changed from last month. It changes all the time is the point, right? And you have to keep evolving. You can't stand still. I suppose the first thing I will say is this, my friends. Let's remember that social networking is what it is. It's what it is, really, networking. So, let's do what we're doing networking. You don't join a network and not show up, right? If you do, you're not going to get any business from anyone. Nothing's going to happen, right? So when you join a network, your fundamental task is to give, to make friends. Givers gain is the word we use. It means something. It means givers gain, right? The more you give, the more people care about you. If you don't give, they won't care, right? So literally, let's learn to give more than we take. How do I apply that on social media? Again, my friends, we all see every day people who are just posting, and you're thinking, I'm not looking again. I looked yesterday, I was fooled. And I fooled me twice, and my bad, right? I'm stupid, right? So I think we have to learn to give value. In other words, make sure what you're sharing is going to help people. It's the hardest thing in the world, let me tell you. What can you share that's going to help people? Maybe you're going to share some quotes, motivational quotes. If you're a motivational coach, it makes sense. But the rest of us, your friends, are just thinking, why? Well, I'll tell you one thing no one wants to see, my friends. No one cares about your problems. You might think they might give you some likes, many likes. Anyone who shares their pain, I can understand why you do it. I get it, right? If you can share your pain from a point of, here's how I got over that. Here's my strategy for bouncing back. Then share your pain and your strategy. That might help someone, right? But don't just wang on about your pain. Oh, this went wrong, that went wrong, life just goes wrong. And these days, my friend, look, I'll be honest with you. Queen Leah, you say use AI. I wish it wasn't AI, because you see all those long posts, those long posts. I'm like, no, not another one. Because LinkedIn shows you the first 2 lines, and you click more, see more, and you think, no, I'm going to be here for an hour. Don't bait us like that, my friends. Don't bait us like that, right? Really not. I say just share your story, share your experiences, share your genius, share your strategies, share what's working for you. Say that these long posts, they rumble on, and you think, no, don't be that person, my friends, because no one really cares, right? Now, give value, help people by sharing your content. Social media has now become our new website. Our websites are literally dying on their feet. I don't know whether you've seen that. The numbers are not there. It's the way Google works, I think, primarily, right? Where essentially years gone by, you did SEO, your website came at the top of search results, and people will see your website when they search for something and click through, right? Now they just look, they do a search on Google, and Google says, here's the answer. No need to go to a website. There's no list of websites anymore. Have you noticed? It's going, right? So let's use social media almost as our home, as a place where we are. It means be present, turn up. As Zion said, make friends. The friends you make are the ones going to build your business in the end. Talk to people every week. Meet people all the time. Get to know them. Want to give to them. Don't think, how can I sell to them? Just say, I want to get to know you. I mean that in your heart. Get to know them. When they need you, they'll come to you. When you need them, hopefully you go to them as well. That's what network does, right? We're a family, so you know where to go. I know where to go. And as well, the one thing I'll say to you, don't post and ghost, of course. And really, really be their friend. I can't say that enough. Be their friend. Spend time with people. Get to love them. They get to love you too. No one cares if you don't care about them, right? I'll leave it there, my friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Again, incredible. Wow. Like we can turn this into like a course. Like, I'm like, this is unbelievable what we're hearing here, guys. You don't understand. This should not be free. I don't even know why it's free right now. I don't really understand why this is free right now, but it is, right? Because we're just giving you value. Awesome. Appreciate all of you. That was great. Those are some incredible points. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's keep going. Welcome, Jay. Good to see you. All right, so I'm going to share a little bit as well. I love what you said, Annie, about in my own words, the sob stories. Don't give a sob story unless you come out on the other side. Okay. If someone sees you crying every day on social media, they're not going to buy your coaching. They're going to pray for you. They'll pray for you, but they're not buying your coaching. I just want you to know that, right? Yeah, like, oh, I'm sorry for that. He's worse off than me. I call it him. He'll be a prayer point, okay? He'll be a prayer point. Anyway, so we have fun here, folks. We have fun here. All right, so let me get into 5 points. And they've talked about them, but I'm going to share a little bit, in addition. All right. First of all, I want you to know that if you're listening right now and you're saying, well, I'm shy, or I don't like to get on social media, or I don't want to get out there, you're hurting your business. Yeah, you're hurting your business. And you're depriving people of the benefits that they can get from listening to you and watching you. Okay. And then you're depriving your family of the benefits they can get from you getting on social media. Okay. So it's important. I got on social media for like 5 years ago. Prior to 2019, you won't even see me here. Right. But in that time, not only, we don't talk about the money. We've all made money, a lot of money because of social media. Okay, a lot of money, right? We don't talk about that much, but we have, right? My following, hundreds, tens of thousands across all the social media platforms. But again, it's the people that you find through all these thousands of people. Okay, so that's why it's so important. All right. Did you know that? So my company, StudioSpeaking.com, right? I have speakers flying in all over the country to speak on my stage. We've had over 60 speakers from 24 states, and only one of them I knew before I saw them on social media. Only one out of 60, and they all paid to be on my stage. Think about that, right? I only knew only one, Kenyatta. She's the only person I knew before I saw her like at my studio, right? Isn't that amazing? Right? So I just want you all to know that almost all the courses I've taken are from people that I saw online, right? So it's important. You want to build a business on social media. Number one, you want to become an expert, okay? Become an expert and find out who your niche is, right? So you're an expert at one thing, and then you serve a certain group of people. So like, let's say you're a fitness coach. Say something like, I'm a fitness coach for busy moms, right? Like, be specific, and you'll see how much people will resonate with you. Okay. Not number one. Number two, you want to create meaningful content. When I say meaningful, I mean that's value-based, a lot of value, whether you get paid or not. I can't tell you how many texts, or not really texts, emails and messages I get from people thanking me for a tip I gave them that helped them in their business, even though I didn't make any money from sharing that tip. But they're like, wow, Eric, I needed that. This really, really helped me out, right? So you want to give valuable information on a regular basis, okay? Valuable information. Number 3 is you want to use video. Yes, I said it. I know. You're like, oh, did he say the video word, the V word? Yes, you want to use video. 5 years ago, and look, I've spoken on a lot of stages, but when I started doing video, my first video, I think I did like 20 something takes. That's right. Hi, this is Eric. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not a good way to start. I just kept changing. Right? Annie's laughing. Where's Annie? Okay, there you go. Yeah. Okay, let me start this way. Do you want to learn how to sell? I can't talk like that. That's not how I talk. I must have done 20, and I was wearing a suit in my kitchen, and my 8-year-old said, Dad, people don't wear suits to do videos. You know that, right? I'm like, what do you know? You're just a kid, right? So I wear a suit in my kitchen. But here's my point. You don't have to start perfect. Just start. Now I have probably 1,000 videos. I probably do them every day. But at that time, it was hard. It was hard, right? I wanted to be perfect. Now I don't care about being perfect at all. I don't care about being perfect, right? So my point is, you want to get good at doing video because it makes people connect with you. People connect with you and they trust you more. Okay. And then number 4, you want to have a call to action in about 30% of your posts and videos. Call to action is where you're telling people what the next step will be, right? You're telling people what the next step will be, right? So yeah, so with all the information I gave you right now, if you want more information or if you want to work with me or whatever it is, click on the link or send me a message, a DM, whatever it is. Call to action, right? Not all your posts, right? You don't want to do all of them, but about maybe 30% or so, okay? Call to action. And then number 5 is build on multiple platforms. Build on multiple platforms. I've been shut down before on a platform, okay? Maybe I'm the only one, but I've been shut down before, right? And they shut you down for any reason, and then you can't even get a hold of anybody. They're shutting you down. Like, why? I didn't do anything wrong, right? So you want to be on multiple platforms, and then you want to repurpose your content, right? So this video right now is on LinkedIn. It's on YouTube, right? It's on Facebook, right? You want to repurpose. Okay. Who just jumped? Okay. I guess you'll come back on. All right. So those are my 5 points. Good to see you, Stanley. Welcome, my good friend Stanley Green. All right. So those are the points that I want to share. And real quickly, for those of you that don't know anything about studiospeaking.com, if you are a coach, author, speaker, consultant, and you want to elevate your business, you want more credibility, you want more authority, right? You want more visibility, then consider speaking on my stage. I have an event coming up in October. We have some incredible speakers. To learn more, just go to studiospeaking.com. You'll see a video about it. You'll hear from about 25 people that have spoken on my stage. And if you think it's a good fit, book a call, right? It's not free. It's not free. So obviously there's an investment. So don't book a call if you don't have any money, because then, everybody's wasting their time. Right. So just book a call if you're open to investing, right? And you'll see the benefits on the page. All right. And also, for those of you that are not interested in booking a call, or you're not interested in speaking, that's fine. I have an ebook that I wrote that can help all of you. Okay, it's I wrote this ebook to help you if you want to make more sales, if you want to get more clients, more leads, right? I wrote this book, 100 ways to do so. Not 5, not 10, 100 ways to do so. I'll put it in the chat, and call if you can put it on LinkedIn. Okay, it's successwitheric.com/100. Okay, that is the number 100. Okay, successwitheric.com/100, and you can grab that ebook right now. It's absolutely free. All right, so I put it in the chat, but I think Cole will have to put it on LinkedIn. All right, so having said that, we're going to get to the questions in a moment. So if you have any questions about social media, this is the time to ask, because you are in the presence of 4 people that have had a lot of success on social media, different platforms. Okay, so put your questions in the chat. All right, so I'm going to go around real quick to my speakers, and if you can just share with people, because I know some people may have to drop off, share with them maybe your website, maybe how people can reach you, anything you want to share. Leah, you can start.
Yes. Happy Money Monday, champions. And absolutely, I would love to have a coffee chat with you. I see a lot of people that I've enjoyed some coffee chats with, and I'm always looking for guest speakers for my worldwide Wealthy Wednesday. I had the honor of having the great Mr. Eric F. King last week. If you didn't see it live, watch the replay. He brought a ton of golden nuggets. And you can always connect with me, schedule a coffee chat at my Business Box, which is more than a website. It's an interactive experience. You can take my money quiz, and you can also download my free ebook, The Wall of Wealth. Thank you so much, Eric.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Annie, go ahead.
I was busy typing my LinkedIn profile link. So now LinkedIn's the best way to get hold of me. So that's where I spend most of my time. And so I would love to meet you. I'd love to know what you do. I'd love to know how you help. So don't be shy. Now let's connect, and then let's schedule that call. Awesome. I'm just putting the link now in the comments. So
sounds good. I will highlight it once I see it. Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome. And Zion, for some reason, he had to jump off. Maybe he'll jump back on. But yeah, go to Zion Inaugural. You'll see, if you just go to our page, you'll see his name. Click on it. Follow him. You'll learn a lot. And like I said, and if you want to learn about how to connect with people, he's one of the best. He's one, like, he makes a post and like 200 people, like 300 people respond. I'm like, how do you do that? Why? Because he makes friends, right? So you want to go to Zion's page. All right. So let's see. Did you put it in here? No, not yet. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah. And Leah, if you can put yours in there as well. All right. So now let us get to the questions. I've been seeing that Colleen has a question. I've seen great question. So let me find Colleen's great question. All right. Let me find Colleen's great question here. I know it's here somewhere. Let's see, Colleen. Yes. As you can see, this is
I have it.
I have it.
Yeah. Okay. Colleen says, if someone feels stuck with little traction, what's the first thing they should try differently? Great question, Colleen.
Yes. Great question. Let me just take this out. Okay, what should they try? What should they try differently? Okay. Who would like to address that first? Who would like to jump in? Okay, go ahead.
I'll just kind of start here. So, I mean, what have you done? Okay, so do you really know what you have done? Are you doing social media with intention, or are you just randomly throwing things out there? In the beginning, you might want to do that just to kind of get your bearings about you. But after you've got like 90 days of posting consistently, and I mean at least, people say weekly, I'm going to say daily, multiple times a day. You're going to move up to that. But if you're not posting at least weekly or a couple times a week, you don't really have anything to kind of track. So first look at what you're doing. And I would say most people are trying to be someone else. That's the biggest mistake that I see people making, is they're trying to be like Gary Vee, or they're trying to be like somebody else. And, maybe they use a bunch of curse words, or maybe they do some different things like that. So you have to find a way to be you. And that only comes from posting a lot. And I always say that the more that you speak your mind, the more you're going to grow your mind. That's where you're going to find your true voice. So I hope that helps, Colleen. Great question.
Yes. Awesome question. Annie, go ahead.
Yeah. So, but look, I've been on social media for 10 years, Eric, probably longer, to be fair, now nearly 15 years now, right? For the first 12 years, it was tumbleweed. No one cared. No, nothing happened. I posted regularly, Queen Leah, maybe every day, But now I don't post anywhere near as much. I've got lazy, but it's not lazy. I've realized people don't really care about your posts as much as we think they do, right? It's good to be there, to be visible, so people, they can actually see you. Look, Carlin, simple answer to your question, my friend, is, if you feel stuck, if you feel that you are doing a lot, but no one's engaging with you, make some friends. Make some friends. Go to events. People only care about you when you care about them. So go to events and be seen. Join stages like these. Speak. Get people to see you. Once they see you and they see that you're a person of, someone who wants to help people, someone who cares about people, then arrange to meet with them, to do a one-to-one coffee chat with them. Yes. Your friends are the ones who engage with you on your posts. Let's be serious, right? Your friends are the ones who are going to make an inquiry and want to do business with you. So you have to make friends, genuine friends. People struggle with this, Eric. They think they're making friends, but it's a shallow friendship. It's a online friendship. No, make real, genuine change. The things to do differently, Carlin, is change your mind about social media. Turn up as your real self. Be yourself. And that you're a caring person, you're an able person, right? You're ambitious. So all the good things in life you are, Carlin. Show them you are, and people want to engage with you as well. I'll leave it there, Eric.
Absolutely, and I agree 100%. So one thing that I always talk about is how what would you like from other people? You like for people to like your post, to heart your post, to make comments. Then you do the same thing, right? Go like if you just chose 10 people and you went on their page and you started liking their stuff and you started commenting on their stuff, you will be amazed that they'll start doing that for you. You're like, whoa, I never knew this would happen. Yeah. In fact, if you go on LinkedIn, Instagram, and you go to someone's page and you just start liking and commenting, guess what? First of all, they're definitely going to see who you are. That's number one. And then number two, they'll probably start liking some of your stuff, right? So I think reciprocity it's real, right? So you want to do that. And you want to be consistent, right? Consistency is key. People trust you when you're consistent. I tell the story a lot, and I'll say it real quick, of the lady that I was meeting on Zoom about it was a high ticket offer, thousands of dollars. She said she had to go pick up her son or something. She said, Eric, I can't stay. I'm sorry. She said, just put the link in the chat and I'll get it. So I put the link in and she bought it on the spot. And then later on I talked to her. I said, well, why did you buy it when I never even got to the close and I tell you what it is, right? She said, well, I see you all the time. I trust you. I see you all the time. I'm like, oh, right? Because she's like, you ain't going nowhere. Like, you're not going to run away. I see you all the time. Like, wow. I'm like, wow, that's powerful, right? So consistency is key. All right, let's keep going. And if you all see a question that you think is very important, let me know. I don't see all the questions. Like, I still don't see Carlin's question, believe it or not. So anyway, Coral from across the pond says, what tools do you personally use to track and analyze your social media performance? Oh, that's a good one. I can learn something right here. Teach me something, guys. Teach me something. Who would like to share? Annie, go ahead.
The numbers on social media lie. Let me say that first of all, Coral. Right. So I'm looking at my LinkedIn, and the first thing I always see is my impressions for the week. What does that even mean? What is that useful, Coral? No. I don't pay attention to any of the numbers. The only numbers I pay attention to is how many calls have I arranged this week? How many people have I met? How many of them have I converted? Am I working with? Whether I'm paying them or they're paying me. Those are numbers I look at. So I don't look at, everything else is what we call vanity metrics. The likes, who cares how many likes you get? If it doesn't convert into calls, there's no result, right? I don't care if it's a comments. Yes, okay. No, I don't appreciate comments. I don't. I'm too old. So every time someone comments, Coral, LinkedIn will show me on LinkedIn my inbox, and then they show me in my inbox, my email inbox as well. I'm like, no, stop it! I don't want it. I don't want it. So the only thing that matters is engagement that leads to a conversation.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that.
I love that. Great advice. Go ahead, Leah.
Yeah, that's so true, Godfather, is that get away from the vanity matrix. I would say really fine tune who your ideal client is and speak to that person. And I have a secret. It's called the Hello LLC. I don't know anything about analytics. I don't know how all that stuff works. Listen, I leave it to them and they tell me, do more of this, don't do that, say this, here's what we're doing, here's our campaign for the month. So really have somebody who is that specialist. If you're a techie, great. If you're not a techie, then hire a team. Even if it is starting, there's things that you can do for maybe $50 or $100 a month to really help you with that. So hopefully that helps.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with everything they said. For me, I'm old school, so I don't really, track a lot. I do track how many calls I'm getting per day, like meetings, right? And how many lead to sales. I track my email list count, right? Because, when people download my information, it goes into an email list. So I track how many new people per month, right? So I see that I'm growing. Right. So things of that I track. But in terms of number of people connected, to me, it's not a big deal because I know people that have a whole 100,000 followers that aren't making any money. Like I see that I come across people like that all the time. So that's not the big deal for me. It's really connecting with people, like real connection. So, all right. So, I see it now. I see her question now. All of a sudden, that's funny. Maybe it was on another topic.
There's another question, Eric. I don't know if you saw this, but I think this one is a great question for you. Bob James asked, I'd love to know if there's a formula to telling a great story on stage. And I think that is a perfect question for you.
Yes, I see that now. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Bob. Yeah. So when you're telling a story, start with yours, right? Always start with what you have gone through because it's more believable, right? You tell a story about yourself, right? That's powerful. You want to make sure the story is true, right? It's legitimate. People can relate to it, and you don't want it to be that long, right? You want to tell a story like within minutes, like you get from the beginning to the end in like 3 minutes or something, and be like, wow. But if it's long and drawn out, they don't. Right. So you're telling a story, it's powerful. I have some videos online. If you go to my YouTube, Eric F. King, you'll see I have some videos on telling stories, but telling stories is incredibly powerful. People will remember a story and they may not even remember like everything else you said, So yeah. So, but in terms of a formula, I can't really give you a specific formula. Just make sure it's engaging. People can relate to it, and be yourself. So, any other tips, Leah? Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a formula either, but I've learned this from you, Eric. Have like a quick version, have like an elongated elevator pitch, and then have one that you could do a whole talk from. Like I could give a whole talk on my story. Can you do that? Hopefully that helps.
Yes, awesome. Thank you. Annie, go ahead.
So the one thing I would say, is simply the story is not about you. You're not the hero. Remember that. On everything, I keep it real to tell true stories. But if you're on social media or on stage saying me, they'll switch off, right? They get bored. So look, always remember that your audience, your listeners, your customers, they're the real heroes. That's what they're the reason we exist. They're the reason we do what we do, right? We exist to help them to do what they have to do to serve their customers. Yeah. So they're always the heroes of the story. We're conduits. So talk about how you helped on that person's journey. Now, people want to hear about that hero, the person who's just like them. They don't want to hear your story, really. They want to hear about your customer story. So tell the real story. That's what I'll say.
All right.
And I want to add to that, Annie, if you're still going through it and you're crying while you're telling the story and, you can't even grasp your words, you're probably not ready to tell the story.
Exactly.
Until you get to the other side.
Exactly. And thank you so much. Those were great points. And let me just clarify. When I say tell your story, start with it, but don't end with it, right? Like for today, I told you my story of how I started speaking, like how I started doing videos, right? Now, I wouldn't tell you that story 5 years ago because I didn't know what I was doing. But now I can tell you because I've done a lot of successful videos since then, like 1,000 of them, right? So yeah, so start with your story. And then once you start with the story, then you get into how this can help them, right? And this is how you've come to the other side, right? and then how it can help them. So yeah, so I just want to clarify that. So it's not all about you. It's just starting with a short story and then getting to others. And then tell stories about other people too. Like for instance, if you have a product or service and other people have used it, say, oh, you know what, without mentioning the name, oh, you know, I had a client the other day who used my service and this is what they got from it, right? So tell other people's stories as well. But that's a great question, Bob. Appreciate it. All right, so we have another question from Coral. From your perspective, how often should you audit your social media strategy? Is there a number? Can you even put a number on that? But go ahead. Who'd like to share? I suspect I would have a similar answer.
Yeah, I'm going to highlight with what Annie said earlier is that it's in the results. John Maxwell says, he who thinks he's a leader yet has no followers is simply taking a walk. And I would say if you're posting all this stuff and you're talking to all these people, but you're not getting one conversion, then something is off. And it doesn't matter if you have 1 million followers or 100. You should be able to get some kind of traction, conversions, coffee chats, like some results. And if you're not having results, then yeah, like who are you talking to?
Yes, very good, very good. Annie, go ahead.
I think it's always worth looking at your tiki-toki strategy, where if all you're going to do is sing and dance, you might care about which songs and which dances are getting the likes these days, right? But don't spend your time there, my friends. Of course not, right? Again, I think, look, tell your true stories and have fun. That's what I do. That's what I'm saying. I don't care if anyone likes my post or not, but invariably they do, right? So maybe my real strategy is to elevate people. When you say strategy, Corey, you have to include everything: events, say newsletters. It's not just posts, right? So your strategy on all of those could include who do you bring on as your guests, as your speakers, which topics you cover. I mean, Eric does this every week, right? And so that's a part of your strategy that we do audit. But if you just talk about your posts, create a calendar, my friend. Create variety and just and share them. If people engage with them, great. If it leads to the cause that Queen Leah is talking about, then you're winning. Yes. But even then, social media is changing every day. The latest change I'm seeing is what Eric just talked about: user-generated content. Imagine if your users were creating content about you on their social media. That will transform your business, right? Different audience, bigger audience, and people just like me. That's what people want to see with your content. They want to see that you help people just like them. You can tell your stories, no one cares sometimes. But if other people are telling you stories, my goodness, that's how you build a business on social media, really.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much. With social media, you try different things to see what works, right? You test, right? Also, don't be afraid to check out what other people are doing that's working. Not a random person on YouTube, a successful person, right? Not the random person, because they may take you to a place you never wanted to go, right? I think Leah talked about Benjamin Hardy the last time, right? And she said it, and guess what I did? I Googled his name, and I started reading his book, right? So because she talks about him all the time, I'm like, there must be something about this guy, right? The guy's brilliant, right? And he talks about how you can get faster results. You can scale fast, right? Right? So I seek out people that already have success in the area that I'm looking to have success in, and then I duplicate them. I do what they do, not word for word, but So don't try and think you have to figure it all out yourself, right? Okay. So let's say you help women. Okay, let's say you're in fitness and you say, okay, I want to help busy moms who want to become more fit. Go on ChatGPT, say, what are the 10 biggest problems of women that want to become fit, or women that want to lose weight? It will give you the 10 biggest problems, and then take each one and do a video on it. Right? You can't go wrong. Right? So use AI, like Leah said, use AI, right? And then find out what people need, and then speak to it. right? So and try different things. Understand that nothing you do is going to be perfect. I still get some videos, I still get two hearts or 2 likes, so it doesn't matter. Because then my son sends me a message, Dad, you just got 6,000 views on your video. Like I just keep going, because some people will like it, some people won't, but you just keep going, right? Yeah, don't let it bother you just because you thought this was an incredible video and nobody watched it. Doesn't matter. And guess what? Some people probably watched it, they just didn't like it. I mean, they liked it, but they didn't like it, if you know what I mean. They liked it, but they didn't like it. You know what I mean? So don't
They just didn't engage, right? They just didn't
engage.
like
Exactly.
click the button to say like or
Exactly.
I know what you mean, Eric.
Awesome. Leah, did you speak about that already? Did you speak to this? Okay. All right. So I think I don't see any other question that I want, unless you all see another one that we can talk about. We can wrap it up. Yeah, we can wrap it up here. So let me see who else joined us. Sharon, I don't know if I said test your content. That's right, Sharon. That's right. Sharon, appreciate you. Welcome. If I didn't say anything. Wendy, good day. Good day to you too. Kazi, I hope you pronounce your name correctly. Welcome. And now, folks, I do want to say, appreciate all of you being here. John, if you are here, live, just put #live. If you're watching on replay, because hundreds and hundreds of people see this on replay, put #replay. Okay. And if you are here, this is what we ask from you. We're not asking for any money. We do this for free, but we are asking that you share this. Share this with at least 3 people today, like right now, like when you're done. Share with 3 people so more people can get this kind of information and they can just brighten their day. You know how many times people message me and say, Eric, I can't start my week without you guys. I cannot even start my week without you guys, right? We want to be a blessing to more people, not just hundreds, not just thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. We will bless with this call, right? If you don't believe it, stick around, you'll see it. All right, stick around. So just bless as many people as you can with this, and we will see you same time, same place as always, every single Monday here live. All right, so let me just put this down. It has been a plum pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege to be here with you this morning. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.